Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I'm here with a Shirley Strawberry and Ernesto update. If you want to hear these calls for yourself, you can go to Phone Calls from Prison on YouTube. She has all of them. Right now, there's 4 parts, and I'm not going in any order. We're actually going to start with part 4. So I'll come back and talk about it, but let's get into it.
How you going?
Well, it was going okay. The police picked up my truck today.
What truck?
What do you mean, what
They
truck?
talking about your work truck?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Why would they do that?
They said it's being used in the investigation.
Wow. 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 What?
Yeah, they came to the salon where I was, and they waited outside for me. When I got ready to go, they blocked me in, and it was a tow truck there, a flatbed, and they put the truck on the flatbed.
What?
And they offered me a ride home, and I told them no, of course not. And thank God the lady that does my hair brought me home.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, that's what they said. They said, I asked them, do they have any proof? I said, what are you guys doing? Why are you taking my truck? Because it's being used in an investigation. Do you have any proof? What are you talking about? Yes, we have proof. I mean, no, we don't have proof. We have probable cause. And that can lead to proof. Sheridan came. Your daughter Sheridan came in. I mean, they didn't say that right away. I'm just trying to tell you all the stuff. It's out of order. They said that, there are a lot of papers with my name on them. My signature probably has been forged.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. What you saying?
Come on, honey. Come on.
No. Hold on. I'm trying to understand. Where were you at?
I told you, I was at the beauty shop. And
Where's the beauty
It's in
shop at?
Roswell. It's in Roswell. The same one I've been going to.
What?
And the same officer that arrested you was there, Officer Fields, the little white lady.
That's what it is. Wow. How did they know where your beauty salon was?
I guess they've been following me. I don't know. I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they said they were going to come and get it from over here, but it's just my car came up on the radar, the license plate, that it was in Roswell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't have a. And I said, well, what are you going to do with my truck? What does my truck have to do with this? They said it's for the victims. They needed to pay back the victims, some of the victims.
Now, throughout all of this, it's going to be the wows and the dams for me because that's all he says. But it was crazy how he wanted to know exactly where her shop was in Roswell versus the fact that her signature has been forged. And she also throws her daughter Sheridan under the bus several times. Let's get to the next tape.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Oh, and they mentioned the Bentley. They said that something, I can't remember exactly what they said about the Bentley. They mentioned the Bentley, that was part of the investigation. My truck, because they're trying to confiscate all your assets, I guess. So they said, we're trying to pay the victims. It
It ain't no victim. What it is, they're trying to hold on to your stuff. And first of all, I'm not going to talk on the phone because they listen to everything you say.
It's shocking how Shirley believes everything that this man says. And it's shocking how she has chosen a man who has 3 words in his vocabulary. What, wow, and damn. And I know those what question words was driving her crazy because they were sending me. Let's keep going.
I'm so sorry that happened.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, It's okay.
Boy, look at here. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it just hurts my heart that they think you're some sort of monster. You don't know who he is. You don't know who he is.
What?
Yeah. It's like they keep adding charges and adding charges. Adding, you know.
We're going to get back to part 4. But let's listen to the lady in Florida. Allegedly his side chick. He calls her usually right after he hangs up with Shirley. Let's go.
Go ahead on with that shit. Go ahead.
Ernesto, you already, I was thinking about your ass today, and I was just like, I did not want to be here, but I'm here, and it's all your fault, because I told you.
I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means. Tell me what that means. I don't know what that means.
Oh, my God.
Keep saying that shit.
Oh, my God. Do you understand? I have never been.
I don't.
All right, well, let me explain something to you about me.
Yeah, do that. I got time.
I be so good with keeping my shit locked and just, like, one point where I don't have to deal emotionally with nobody, right? Where if you in my life, if you, I'm not faded, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never whined or cried or missed or none of that shit. I use the fact that you're locked up already. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. And then, so when you're going through it, I'm going through it. Because, going through it. So, yeah, and then, I think because how this situation came about, that we were friends, and, I just didn't really have, because it was, like, I was able to stop myself because I would just avoid you, and I would just feel myself falling and getting all emotionally caught up. I would just, like, avoid you and be like, all right, I'm good now, I'm good, as long as I don't really see him, because he's talking every day. So as long as I don't see him, I'm good. I can keep the distance, emotional distance from him.
Child, I don't know what Ernesto is doing to these women, but he is doing it and doing it behind bars. Because Shirley is caught up. This girl in Florida is caught up. She has an emotional bond. And child, we're going to get into all the stuff that he wants the girl to send. Because I'm going to say this. Listening to him talk to Shirley and him talk to Florida, you can tell the difference. Because when he talking to Shirley, he want to know what the business is. When he's talking to Florida, baby, he want to know what the nightcap going to be like. But we going to get into it. It's your girl, Millie Chun, and I'll be back with some more. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Millie Chun. I'm back with part 2 of Shirley Strawberry and her husband, who's behind bars, Ernesto. Now, this part is going to be the discussion that they had about Steve Harvey. And also, it's going to be a discussion about how embarrassed she is and where all this is on social media. And it's the what's for me. Like in the first one, it's too much. With all that being said, let's get into it.
He was all right. He asked me if I needed anything, and I told him no, I was okay. I don't want to ask him for anything money-wise, but, thank you for offering, and if I do need something, I'll let him know.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what do you have to say about the whole situation?
He didn't have too much to say. He just said, find out everything that I could, and depending on the outcome, I got to start moving forward with my life. That's, and I said, yeah, I know. I'm going to start looking for a place on Monday. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that means that he's saying that I'm guilty. That's basically what he's saying.
Well, no, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He just said that you gotta, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. You just gotta make sure you got your stuff together, and you still gotta move forward. That's all he said. He didn't say you were guilty. He didn't say any of that.
Oh.
I mean, he might feel that way, but that's not what he said.
Oh. Okay.
And I said it's okay. If the truth will come out, the truth will come out.
Right. I mean, I've seen all that. I've seen your boss go through a lot of shit too. Still standing. I've definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't being judgmental. He didn't judge or anything. Not to my face, anyway. I've never gone through anything like this before, ever. Ever. My name in the papers associated with crimes and all this kind of stuff.
Your name in the paper. Put your name in the paper.
So as you can see, that phone call was October to November of 2022, right? So they are talking about Steve. Did you hear how excited he was when she said that she told him she didn't need anything, but, you know, the offer is there? He was too excited. Now what we about to get into is how all of this is out here on social media. He done got on my nerves so bad. Let's get into it.
On Facebook last night, it was on their co-host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Husband was arrested. Shirley Strawberry, co-host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show's husband was arrested for fraud or whatever.
Okay, so you say on Facebook. Facebook what?
What do you mean Facebook? Well, I don't know. It was on Facebook. One of those shows. Somebody had it on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we saw it last night.
Oh, you saw it last night?
We saw it last night. It's on there.
Oh, is that it?
Come on, hon. Come on now.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if it's really out there. Cause guess what? They got to retract all that.
Yes, it's really out there. My cousin in Chicago called me and said, she saw something on the internet. Is it true? Somebody else called me and said that it was in Maryland. Yeah, it's out there. I think it was on, somebody said it was on CNN. I don't know because I didn't see it on CNN, but my cousin called me out of the blue and said that it's out there in Chicago. So what I'm saying is that it's out there, and this is difficult. But I mean, I'm not dead or anything like that, but it is difficult. That's all I'm telling you. It is difficult. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm good. I ain't mad. I got past the mad part. I ain't mad no more. Nothing no more. I ain't none of that no more. I see what's going on. They put me on TV. They trying to fish for something. They ain't got shit. So it is what it is. You trying to put me with people that I don't even know nothing about. So it's what it is. I mean, it's simple. It's common sense. Anybody got some sense, they'll see that.
For me, it's him acting like Shirley is not a public figure. She's not on a syndicated radio show talking about strawberry letters, and she living her own strawberry letter. And then she goes on to tell him that she had to turn her comments off on her Instagram page. He's like, wow, really? It got that deep? Yes, it got that deep, Ernesto. Now we about to get into them talking about Mr. and Miss Harvey. Let's get into it.
You know what? They have Marjorie has her own spa, her own workout room, and her own spa. And she could go in there and get massages every day. People come to her house and and work her out and all of that. I was like, oh God, what a dream.
Does she look old though? Does she look like she's getting old?
No, I haven't seen her, but she looks good on her pictures.
Oh, she ain't there?
No, she's not there. If she was there, we probably wouldn't have been all over the house. But he's done it. No, he's scared.
Damn, sure right. God, what you say? He's scared. God,
all of that, yeah. Everything. I knew I wasn't supposed to be in there, but he brought us in, so I said, But, I mean, I'm glad he did because it gives you a chance to dream, It's like, wow, have a sauna in your house, have a steam room, all the things that you go outside of the house to do. Not that, but things like that I would love to have inside, so I wouldn't have to go outside for those,
So Steve just let people in the house when Marjorie not there. Marjorie putting down the rules, the house rules. That's hilarious. But when she said, seeing something like that, you can dream about it. You can't have that dream with this man. I hope you realize that. Because in these videos, in these phone calls, she always says when you come home. Girl, he been gone a year. He not coming home. He don't even have bail. If she gets a sauna and a nail shop and a salon, it won't be with this man. Let's keep going.
Like for my knees, for example, just go in there, get a massage, get my knees worked on, all of that. They got all of that kind of stuff. Like she'll have a chiropractor come to the house. It's just really cool.
Damn.
Mhm.
Well, they so trying
They got money. They got money.
But does he use that stuff or he just look at it?
He got a big, gigantic gym. Like like huge, with all kinds of state-of-the-art equipment. I mean, I'm not working out, but at least I'm walking. I'm trying. I wasn't winded going up those stairs, I'll tell you that. He was breathing like,
For real?
yes.
Damn. But he got all that stairs and all that stuff in there doing all that.
She continued on. They continued on talking about everything at Marjorie and Steve's house. But then she said Marjorie considers them the help. And he was like, yeah, I remember you saying that. That doesn't feel good. That's crazy. But I'm going to end it with this. So, you know, she's lost her car. She may lose her ring. And now at this point, she's lost her house. So, and she throws her daughter under the bus. I'll be back with a part 3. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
I wonder what's up with her. You know, because we hadn't heard from her anything. You know, what's going on with all of that? And so now we know what's going on with it. Now we know. She's over there with her. So I put them in the enemy category. You're my enemy because you're just trying to bring me down. And see, and the reason I didn't, when we first were getting ready to move, and I said, well, if it takes a little longer, you know, I could stay with Panay or I could stay with Sheridan. Panay, and I asked her, she said it was fine. They were preparing. Then one day she said, you can come, but Ernesto's not welcome here. He's not welcome.
Well, I was going over there anyway.
I said the same thing. I said, well, he wasn't coming, and I never mentioned him. I said, I didn't say he was coming. I just said it was me. Well, he's not welcome. So then, when I called Sheridan, and Sheridan said, you can come, Mom, but your husband is not welcome. They both said the same thing.
Wow.
So then I was in a hotel. That's how I ended up in the hotel. Because remember, you said I'm so glad that you said I could be with, you know, you could stay with Panay or Sheridan. That takes some pressure off me for right now. Remember, you told me that.
I did say that.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I never said what they said because it was just so mean and nasty, so ugly to me.